folks? It's me again, you know who it is, Spider Nation, or Spider for short. Now, let's just get straight, enough of the nows, let's get straight into it. If you can read from the title, then you'll know that this is every rated HanStor level. I hope I'm saying that name right. Anyway, if you don't know who HanStor is, I just actually don't believe you. There's no way. You've played at least one HanStor level, and you know that HanStor levels are really colorful. And wouldn't you know it, I am drawn to colorful levels. I love rainbows and flashes and things that will definitely mess up my eyes, and I'll need even stronger glasses. But that's beside the point. The HanStor levels are beautiful, and that's the reason I decided to do a video like this. And with that being said, I think we can just hop straight into the video to see what I'm talking about. So, without further ado, please enjoy the video and do enjoy the levels. They are quite pretty. Alright, see you guys for the outro / results.
you're just enough, you're just right, you're the perfect temp. With my coffee cup, one of overslept. You are complete, the final chord in the even beat. You're the perfect rhyme, you're the perfect time. Please can I make you mine? Don't wanna make it till, just wanna tell you I like you. Let's keep going. Don't wanna get back, give you inside I like you.
time.
folks. Quite the showcase, right? Now, I bet you were just watching like those last couple levels and were like, God damn, that is absolutely crazy, right? And we're gonna talk about that. So, without further ado, because I've got some things to say, and I think it's only nice things. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have anything negative to say about HanStor. Yeah, HanStor levels. I got it right. I'm looking at the name. It's filling up. But either way, the results. Anyway, let's start off with the decoration. Now, I gotta be outright. I just gotta say it, man. That decoration, I'm even factoring the old levels in, like this first level up until like the last, and the decoration only got better. I feel like I guess like at some point it was like, yeah, it's just gonna kind of stay the same for a minute, but I do appreciate the effort that goes into like creating those levels, right? It's not easy unless you're literally doing it like all the time or whatever, but you know, it was just them getting used to it, and then when they wanted to create more, like when HanStor wanted to create more, then he kicked the afterburners on, and by God, it shows. This decoration, easily 10 out of 10 for me, like, good lord. When HanStor was kicking those afterburners on, it was like, whoo! What are you doing? What are you doing in the editor, man? I didn't know you could cook like that. He cooked. Like, I don't, like, that one, like, his auto level, like, freaking, I think it was, like, it's called Eros? Either way, that thing is beautiful, man. I could not even believe it. That was cool. It looked very good, and it's not just that one. His level, it's like his newer ones, Mixel, Soft Hue, Dimensions, like even like Ipsomania, however you're gonna say that. I don't let them know. Like SoftWind, like what you doing in the editor, man? Like HanStor easily is solidifying himself as one of my favorite modern creators. I love the modern art style so much, so it's really fun to see people like really lock in and they make something just beautiful to look at and beautiful to play. So decoration gets a 10 out of 10. I might gush about it later on, but let's get to the gameplay, right? The gameplay, I give it up. Like HanStor had no demons here, and that's okay. But his gameplay for his levels, they were still pretty fun. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Sure, why not? I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Very stellar gameplay. It's nothing like super, it's not like Penito gameplay by any means, but I still love the gameplay, and because it's how my rating, I'm giving it 9 out of 10, and nobody can tell me otherwise. They can't tell me my opinion is wrong, because I will dismiss them. Or it is my opinion. And I think, like, all of the levels from start to finish, even as far back as his first rated level, I did not have a problem doing it. I was like, oh, cool, this is, you know, it's fun. It's nice. It's always nice to cut back and, you know, play a level or two. And not have to, like, worry, like, stress about, like, if I die at 92, I'm gonna be stuck for the next, like, 20 minutes to try and get to 50 again or something like that. It's just nice to turn on a game, you know, beat a level and whatnot. And HanStor really delivered on that. Like, very fun levels all around. I actually couldn't even complain about the gameplay. Let's talk about the coins, though. And from the tone of it, you think I sound mad. I'm actually not. I think HanStor coins are actually pretty good. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I'll give them 8 out of 10, because they're fun, they're nothing crazy, you know, you just usually I'm gonna go hop off the path, or if some coins are just like spam, or something like that, or you gotta actually play an auto level a little bit to get the coin. Whatever. I can't hate them. There's some very nice coins, they're easy to get coins. And I'm not ranking it just on like base how easy it is, it's just, I'm not pulling my hair out when I'm getting the coins, so I'm gonna rank it high for that. Like, I'm not gonna hate it at all. So, yep, we got through the results pretty quickly. Let me gush about some of these levels, man. When I had taken a break. I had done a bit of HanStor. I had split it into a couple pieces, and I think maybe there was like a bit, and then I came back to HanStor to finish it off. And HanStor 2.2 levels, holy man! I was playing that 2-star Mixel, and I was like, whoa! This guy can create. This is beautiful. Like, this man? Who let this man in the editor? What? Like, please, by all means, keep cooking. I don't know, like, how you do it. Please, keep doing it. It's an absolute joy to see absolutely beautiful levels, man. And the same goes for Dimensions, too. Like, I was playing that, I was like, what is it? What is he even doing? What is he doing? How is he doing all this? And then Soft Hue as well, like, forget about it, man. It was beautiful. Like the freaking auto level once again, Nyx, and Display, like Dynamical, they're all really freaking good. Like yeah, all glaze, all around. They're just beautiful levels, and I enjoyed playing them. And then the coin, and again, the coins are fun to get. They didn't detract from my experience. It just, in my slightly enhanced it just a little bit, and I appreciate that. Like, HanStor, it's been a minute since HanStor has posted a level, but I believe that is because they are cooking something beautiful. And when they release that, that might end up being like an event level or something. HanStor probably is going to come out the gate, no one's going to see it. Legendary level right off the bat. He's going to be like, yeah, I locked in for this one, so what if I did? You guys think of this. That's how I think that next level reveal is going to be, if he's cooking something up. And I believe that he is. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic level for when he does drop it. And I, for one, can't wait to see it. Yeah, that's going to do it for me. Just, the HanStor is a very awesome creator, and I do really hope to see more levels come from him. Now, of course, you know, we can't rush art, and I don't want him to rush his art, because when he does end up releasing it, it's going to be great, because he has no limit, no time limit. So I can't wait to see it. That's gonna do it for me, though. Yeah. If you if you liked what you saw, then you make sure to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, dislike it if you dislike it. Comment about what you disliked about it. Help me out here. Music too loud? Music too low? Am I too loud? Probably. But I'm probably not. I'll fix that maybe. Don't count on it. And that's really gonna do it for me. So, take care of yourselves, guys, and remember, this game is really cool. We should promote some positivity in here. Not every level needs to be the next masterpiece. We just need some cool stuff to play. Make sure to, if you're gonna, criticize people's work, give it some constructive criticism. Make it worthwhile. Tell them what maybe they did wrong. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. So, yep, people, peace. Enjoy the rest of your day and/or night.